Hello you beautiful peeps, my name's John and welcome to my channel. Today we have again the SG-1603, 1604, 1601. The reason that I'm doing this video is it was another question that was asked of me and I wasn't too sure, to be honest with you. Somebody asked whether, obviously it was all about the hex size and whatnot, but what happens when these drift tyres wear out, especially if you're using them on concrete? Rather than buying a set of these and waiting for them to come in the post, can we use either the electrical tape, or I've decided to try Gorilla tape on the other set of wheels. Now obviously there is the issue where they are bouncing, as you can see, they're bounced like this. Is that going to have any effect on it? And is the Gorilla tape going to be too grippy? It could potentially be, in which case I will just take the Gorilla tape off and put on some electrical tape and then see how that performs. Because obviously when you bought the car you got two sets. When these wear out, people still want to drift. So will these work? Yes or no? So the swap is, as you all know, incredibly simple. Take off the wheel nut, take off the wheel, put the wheel on, put the wheel nut back on. Now, concerning putting the duct tape, oh, I knew I was going to say duct tape at some point. Right, okay, moving on. Putting on the Gorilla tape, it is a case of cut it in half, because obviously that's way too wide. I probably could have trimmed it off a little bit better, but again, I thought, well, let's see what happens if it hasn't been trimmed off, because as you can see, it's a bit bumpy at the end, a bit untidy, which we don't really like. But I thought it was a great way just to see how well it works. If you have a look at my shell, oh no, what happened to it? Oh no. As you can see, my shell's a little bit worse for wear. I'm halfway through a project with this specific shell, but ironically, I really like it. So much so that I stopped the project that I was doing because I just like how cool I thought it looked. The project was, and please don't steal my video idea, another channel, was can you take the pre-supplied, that comes out of the factory paint off the shell and repaint it. And the thing that I was advised to use was nail polish remover. And oh my god, to get it to this stage has taken 2 hours of work, and it ruined my hands, and I felt sick because I didn't have gloves on, so I assume it absorbed into my skin. So if you are going to use this, please use gloves. Really, really important. But you can see that there, because when I was doing it, it was like it was going cloudy, so I thought, well, that's not going to work, is it, because of the paint? Will then not look very good on it. But there are places where it's all completely clear, like there for example, and it's not too cloudy. And if I was to wet that a little bit and go the other side, you can see that it will actually look quite good. But as I said, I kind of like it like this. Anyway, that was the explanation for that, but that will be either another video or I'm going to leave it looking that cool. So I think the next job is to charge up a battery, get it on the roof and see if these tyres work. Yay LNA. Right, see you guys soon. So what's your thoughts? Do you think it's going to work or not? Help if I turn it on, probably. Oh, how about that? It does seem to work. Let's set it up so we can see a lot more of the action. I think that's quite definitive. That seems to work quite well. Let's have a look what the tyres look like. Just wait for it to focus. There we go. Yeah, tyres look just fine. Pretty much the same as what they'd look like with the electrical tape. So that's good to know that you can use these tyres if you want to drift. Fabuloso. Let's do some slow-mo, methinks.
Heaven just knows what it was. Will I go back to the place where I belong? Everyone could break my heart, but I try my best to not fall apart. And I find it hard to let go. The memories keep me together. Gotta fight till the end, no pressure, no pressure. And I find it hard to say no to the ones who want something better, to the ones who never say never. You'll be my pleasure.
I've just noticed that it's catching here because of the tape, if you see. So I'm just going to take these edges off here quickly. This is just a quick edit going on from what I just said outside about trimming off the Gorilla tape because it was catching here. So I just wanted to show you how easy it was to do that. Make sure that you have some decent scissors. You can see where it's been sort of catching on the shell. Make sure you keep it flush with the tyre so that you don't dig into the tyre. That would be big bad. Of course, by trimming it off like this as well, it means you're going to get less stones and grit and stuff like that sticking on the Gorilla tape. I really should have trimmed it off at the start, but I was just being lazy. So that's my own fault. So make sure that you trim it off as well. By keeping your scissors flush with the tyre, it should hopefully stop you digging into the tyre. But again, all of this is done at your own risk. That's simple. Okay, back to the slow-mo.
I got nothing to be scared of, because where people live, there is always love. Know the answers in my heart, so I'll try my best to not fall apart. And I find it hard to let go. The memories keep me together. Gotta fight till the end, no pressure, no pressure. And I find it hard to say no to the ones who want something better, to the ones who never say never. Will you be my pleasure? hard to let go. Memories keep me together. Gotta fight till the end, no pressure, no pressure. And I find it hard to say no to the ones who want something better, the ones who never say never. Will you be my pleasure?
Okay, welcome back. Well, you've seen the footage. What do you think? Does it work? Does it not work? Yes, it does work very, very, very well indeed. I think it's going to be a little bit stronger as well, certainly when you're running on the likes of outside concrete and whatnot. It seems to be sort of just a little bit stronger. Can you say? Yeah? I don't know. At the end of the day, you're talking about a little bit of tape, so if you do lose you know, a bit of tape, put some new on. It's not rocket science, is it? The only thing that you need to be aware of is how strong the glue is on the tape and getting the tape off the tyre. So I think this is going to be a little bit harder to get off. In fact, let's try now and see if there's anything left afterwards. It cleans the tyre for you, doesn't it? That's very nice. Very, very good. No residue and perfectly fine. But obviously the longer that you leave the tape on, it could in fact cause, you know, a little bit of damage. The only thing I think it's going to do is just leave a little bit of the glue residue on there. So, you know, do this at your own risk, like I've said before, but it seems to work perfectly fine. If you are concerned about that, just use the electrical tape, because I know for sure that that doesn't leave the residue after a period of time. So, the great thing about putting tape on your tyres, of course, and you could even do it on these ones if they're brand new, is you wear out the tape and you don't wear out the tyre on this one, because obviously it's plastic, and these will wear out, especially if you're driving out in the street with the tarmac. These are going to wear out very easily. This stuff on here, if you're wondering, is the I did a video with some Tipex, the whiteout fluid. Just I whited the whole tyre so we could see it in slow-mo what was happening with it with the gyro. And as you can see, Tipex is actually quite strong because it still hasn't come away. After many, many, many times driving it, it still hasn't come away. So you want to protect your tyres, put some Tipex on it, and it's not going to wear the tyre out, it'll wear out the Tipex. So there you go, today's top tip. You could probably, you know, not do what I did and actually drop a whole load of Tipex on the table and, you know, make a big mess like what I did, but you know, that's another story. So there you go, ladies and gents, nice simple mod. I do like these sort of simple mods that don't cost any money, or, you know, yes, okay, it cost what, 3 cents to do all of the tyres. That's not the most expensive mod out there, is it? So if you like the video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel as well, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves.